Hi everybody, it's Tim Yao here, Community Pioneer in Roundhouse Park in Crungerford, and welcome to your assembly this week. Well, this week follows on from our previous assemblies because it's all about responsibility and being responsible. Now, if you remember, being responsible is about when you are giving control of something and it's up to you to make the decisions about how to deal with something and showing that you can deal with it well and in a good way. When I did my first assembly about responsibility, it was all about how at school we need to be responsible for our learning, for our sharing, caring and loving people, the world, God and our neighbours and ourselves. And also when Reverend Graham did his assembly about responsibility, it was about kind of doing what you say that you're going to do, being a person of your word. If you say you're going to do it, do it. So that's kind of what we've been looking at about responsibility so far. Well, today, further to that, I want to tell you a story to help illustrate what responsibility is all about and about what happens when we're not responsible, or irresponsible is the word people sometimes use. So I want to use a story that Jesus told, but what I'm going to do is bring it into more of a modern era. And so this story goes something like this. There was once a business person. He was an entrepreneur, and this entrepreneur was so successful that decided he would take a break. Oh, yes. I think it's about time I took a break. I've worked hard. I've earned lots of money, and I just think I need to take some R&R, some rest and relaxation. That's what I'll do. Now, what to do while I'm away? I know. I think I should give some of my employees an opportunity to prove themselves, to prove their worth to my company, and to show that they've got what it takes. I know, I'll call them in right now. Hello, sir. Mr. Black here, sir. How can I help you, sir? Oh, yes, Mr. Black. You've done well with this company. You've served us well here. You've worked hard. You've shown that you are committed and loyal, and you've always done the right thing. So, you know what, Mr. Black, I think you've done so well. I'm going to give you some money. Let me see. So that's 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, 200,000. Mr. Black, £250,000 to go and do with what you will. See if you can make some money, Mr. Black. Go on. I believe in you. Whoa, £250,000. I mean, that's more money than I've ever even earned for working for this company. Oh, the ideas I've got. Now it's my time to shine. It's about time I could really show and prove that I could do something with this cash. Yes. Ah, Mr. Black. Yes, he'll do well, I'm sure. Ah, Mr. Green, I'd like to speak to you. Mr. Green, you have proven that you're a company man. You've turned up every day. You've done the right thing. You know, your desk is always amazing. You're great at office parties. Mr. Green, I want to give you the chance to do something while I'm away. Here, I'm going to give you 50,000. No, let's say £100,000, Mr. Green. How does that sound to you? Do you think you could do something with this money for the company? Yes, sir. I'll do my best, sir. I'll do what I can, sir. I've got some ideas, sir. Don't worry, sir. You can trust me. I'll do it, sir. Don't worry. I'll do it. Oh, finally, Mr. Yellow. Now, well, you have had a bit of a checkered track record, Mr. Yellow, but you know what? I like a man who's a trier, who dusts themselves and gets on with it. You know, you've made some mistakes, but Mr. Yellow, I want to give you an opportunity as well. We all have to start somewhere. Mr. Yellow, I'm going to give you £50,000. Mr. Yellow, do you think you could do something with it? Now, don't let me down, Mr. Yellow. I know that people wouldn't give you the time of day, but Mr. Yellow, I'm going to give you a chance. Go do something with this money, Mr. Yellow. Make something of it. Make me proud. Oh, yes, sir. £50,000. That's a lot of money, sir. It's more money than I've ever had in my hand, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah, I'll try, sir. Okay. So the 3 employees of Mr. Business went off and tried to do something interesting. Wow, £250,000. Do you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to invest this money in. You know, Mr. Business, I've always been so in awe, so impressed with the vehicles that he drives. He has the flashiest cars. He's got Lamborghinis, Ferraris. You know, I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford to own one of them, but wouldn't it be great just for one day to drive one around? My big idea is I am going to rent out supercars. Supercars, I'm going to get a whole fleet. We're going to rent them out to people, and people will come and get the supercar for a day. They'll pay serious money for that. I'm going to soon see this doubled. Yes, supercar, rent a supercar. That's my big business deal. It's going to work. Yes. Mr. Green here. Ooh, 100 grand. I suppose I could do a runner. No. You know what? I've always wanted to do. You know, I worked for this business. I worked hard for Mr. Business, and you know, it's not what I love. What I really love to do is paint and create and do art. With this money, I can set myself up in business. I could finally do what I do at the weekends. I can do during the day. I don't have to just keep it as a hobby. People have always said they like my artwork. I reckon with this money, I could get a studio, I could create artwork, I could sell it. This could be a whole new lease of life for me. I think I could make something of it. I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to sell art. Yes. Mr. Yellow here. £50,000. That's a lot of responsibility. I mean, I don't know what to do. I've got no big ideas. I don't want to let the boss down. I'm not like Mr. Black or Mr. Green. You know, I'm not arty. I've got no big business plans. I mean, to be honest, I don't know what to do with it. All I know is that the boss, Mr. Business, he can be tough. Sometimes I'm being a bit scared of him. This is 50 grand. I don't want to waste it. What if I try doing something and I lose it all? What if I start up a business or try make a bet or do something and it's all gone? He's going to kill me. He's going to look down on me. He's going to shout at me. There's no way I'm going to do anything with this money. You know, I know it can be tough. It can be a tyrant. It can be strict. It can be harsh. I've heard him shouting at people. And you know what? I'm just going to stick it in my desk. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get on with my job. And I'm just going to bury it under a mounds of paper. That's what I'll do. At least then I won't lose it. Yeah, that's a safe bet. Yeah, hide it. So Mr. Business, the entrepreneur, was away for a long time. And then finally, after months and months and months away, he decided to come back to the office. Right, I'm back. It's good to be back in the office. I've got a shed loads of ideas. I'm going to make some more money for this company. We're going to do it, guys. Oh, yes, my 3 projects. Mr. Black, Mr. Green, and Mr. Yellow. Let's see how they've done. Wow, Mr. Black, I like what you've done with this place. The cars, the environment. You know I love a supercar. And, well, don't tell me you just wasted all the money on buying yourself a car, Mr. Black. Come on. How have you done with that investment I made in you? Sir, it's so good to see you back. Sir, I didn't waste your money, sir. I invested it. This is my business. This is my big idea. Rent a supercar. You know what? And the business, well, it was a bit touch and go, but at the beginning, but you know, it was risky. I pushed ahead. I worked hard. And sir, here is your 250,000 back, sir, plus another 250,000 profit, sir. We have got here a cool £500,000, sir. I hope I've made you proud. Mr. Green, Mr. Green. Strange, it looks like an art studio. How's this going to make any money? Mr. Green, I need to speak to you. It's Mr. Business. I have returned. Ah, Mr. Business, welcome back. Yes, it's an art studio. It was a hobby, you might say, that got a bit out of hand. I know it might seem like an expensive hobby. I mean, what did you give me? Like £100,000, but I took that £100,000, and you know what, Mr. Business, I've actually got talent. I've actually, I made a good run of it, and people like my artwork, Mr. Business. In fact, I've sold so much artwork, and I've made so much artwork that, you invested £100,000. Well, ka-ching! Here's it back, and ka-ching, ka-ching! I've doubled your money, sir. So thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Business. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Mr. Yellow, what an untidy room. Mr. Yellow, are you in there? Mr. Yellow, look at the state of this desk. Mr. Yellow, maybe he's been too busy working and investing. Mr. Yellow. Oh, hello, sir. Welcome back. How was your break, sir? We wasn't expecting you back so soon. Yes, the investment. Well, to be honest, sir, I didn't really know what to do, and I was a bit scared, and so I took your money, sir, and I buried it. You buried it? What do you mean you buried it? You buried it in the ground? What? I don't understand. What do you mean you buried the money? I just buried it under my desk, sir, and well, here it is. Sorry, sir, it's got a little bit crumpled, but it's all there, sir. It's safe. It's still £50,000, sir. Are you being serious? Are you telling me you were given the opportunity of a lifetime, £50,000 to do something amazing with, to take a risk, to show that you've got what it takes to make something of yourself, to make something of this company, to invest it? I mean, for goodness sake, man, you could have at least put it in the bank. If you knew I was so strict and could be so harsh, why hide it in your desk, you damn fool? For goodness sake, I don't have any time for you. Get out. Security, security, take this man, clear his desk. He's no use to me. He's failed. I can't believe it. I'm so cross. However, Mr. Black, Mr. Green, you have proven yourselves to be worth every penny. Your investment, your risk-taking, your business ability, you've expanded this company. You've gone above and beyond what I invested in you. And you know what? It's people like you we need. You're going to make this company big, and I want to see your companies grow and grow. We're going to invest in Rent a Supercar and Art World. I'm more than that. I'm going to make you partners. You're going to get big pay rises. We need people like you. Now, when Jesus first told that story, that parable, that kind of an earthly story with some kind of heavenly meaning, it wasn't £50,000 notes. Well, you can't really get £50,000 notes, but it wasn't that. But it was bags of gold. And the guy who did nothing, he just took the gold and he buried it in the ground. Can you believe that? Just burying it in the ground. Well, that story tells us something about responsibility. When someone gives you something, what do you do with it? What do you do with the things that people give you? Someone might come along and give you £50,000, but they might give you something less. Maybe you start small. In that story, Mr. Black and Mr. Green, they took on their responsibility. They were challenged by Mr. Business to grow the money. And they end up getting more and more back. Whereas Mr. Yellow, he did nothing. He sat on it. He didn't take the responsibility. He just hid it under his desk. He knew that Mr. Business could be harsh, but still he hid it away. He didn't take on the responsibility. You know, there is one thing that really is the meaning of responsibility, of taking on responsibility, and that word is trust. Are people willing to trust you? When people give you responsibility, are you trustworthy? So for all of us, when you get the chance of even a little bit of a small responsibility and you show that you are trustworthy and people can trust you to do the right thing and to do the best thing you can, then we can see big changes in the world. Well, I hope you're going to have courage. I hope you will be trustworthy, and I hope you too will take responsibility and see big things happen. Now I'm going to pray a prayer, and if you want to join in with me, you can say a big amen at the end. You might want to close your eyes. You might want to put your hands together to start your fiddling. So here goes. Dear God, help us to fulfill our responsibilities and not let people down, even if sometimes it's hard. Help us to have courage, to take risks, and to see big things happen. Amen. Well, look, thanks for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the assembly. If we don't see you soon, I'll see you next time. Bye.